so hard to find, but I have, and I won't let them go like I do with my friends. My friends, my friends, still hearing voices from front, from behind. They're the reason I choose when to live, how to die, when to cast, when to reel, when to buy, when to steal, and when to fiend for the friends that taught you being inappropriate. Well, just give me a quiet mind, and I love you. You give me a quiet mind, and I love you. You give me a quiet mind, and I love you. You give me, and I love you until the end. Till the end. Thank you very much.
Blue October in the Big Room at the Newport Music Hall tonight, the latest album, Any Man in America, and we'll talk about that here in a second. I've had this a lot lately where I'll ask an artist about a specific song, what did you mean by that lyric, etc., and they'll go, well, I don't really know what I meant by that. And that seems to me, and we've never met, but is that a foreign concept to you?
Yeah.
You know exactly what all your songs are about. They're extremely personal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do.
Have you ever written any songs where you had that reaction when people ask you about them? No, I don't really know what that's about.
No.
Well, I think it's easier to talk to you then about your music.
It's very easy to talk to
Yeah.
me. I'm a nice guy. I'm a funny guy, too.
Well, maybe we'll have you tell a few jokes here in a few minutes then.
I don't tell
Because
jokes.
You don't tell jokes. All right.
No.
No, seriously, though, I listened to this new album. Well, it's been out since the summer, and it's pretty harrowing. It's extremely personal.
Yeah.
I wonder if you ever reach a point in your writing where you say to yourself, oh, I ought not go there. I should probably not say that. Or do you just turn your filter off and go, I'm just going to let it all out?
I usually just turn the filter off at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just keep it off, and unless it hurts somebody else's life, or unless it's hurting someone else's life, or if they were to hear it and go, oh my God, I don't want to hurt the people by the honesty. So the only reason I can be so honest about this latest album is because it was about my daughter, and it was about divorce, and it was about custody battles, and it was about putting law with love and how they don't mix at all, and how people can capitalize on your loss. And it was I lost my mind there for a little bit, and just because I missed my daughter so much, and I don't know if anybody's ever had to be away from their kids legally, and just it's heart-wrenching. And for a man, you can't come out and go, yo, I'm so cool, I miss my daughter. Because people will be like, what? Huh? But it's I miss the hell out of my daughter. And so I had to be as honest as I could, and as upfront as I could, and with my interviews be as honest as I can then. But I'm never going to call her mother a name. You know, I'm never going to say anything negative about her mom. I will tell the truth, so if she puts it out there, I am going to go ahead and say that. But those are just her actions, and so I'm never going to speak badly about her, though.
Well, I think that your experience that you've outlined on the album
Right.
in such a personal manner, I would think that it's probably touched a lot of your fans who have been in similar situations. I don't know if you get that kind of feedback, like, oh,
Yes,
man,
sir.
I'm feeling the same way.
One thing I found is a whole group called the American Coalition of Fathers through this. It's not just fathers, by the way. It's mothers, it's fathers, it's women, it's men, it's children who are the ones that are getting hurt. So through all of our music, ever since the beginning of time, when I wrote a song called "Hate Me," you know, people listen to that and they were like, "You sure you want to put that on the album?" You know, and I was like, "Of course I do." You know, it started out as a 6-minute and 57-second song, and it turned out to be our single, and so we had to edit it down. So I would say, yeah, I've met so many of our fans have come out now and they've gone, "Oh man, I haven't seen my daughter in blah 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 blah," and or they have their daughter there and they're like, "I have custody," and like they won something, and I'm like, I hate that it's like a winning thing, you know. I won custody. It's not about that. It's just about both parents being big enough to go, hey, it's about the kid, you know, and let's get along. Like, put all the BS aside. Come on, you had your chance to be a kid when you were a kid. You know, be a parent now. So it's about 50-50, you know, shared parenting, you know. Seriously.
So how are things now? Good? Better? Functioning?
I mean, to be honest with you, I still fly up to Nebraska to pick her up, and she still doesn't show up. You know, this last Christmas I flew up there, and she still didn't show up. And so it's just kind of like and I hate to make this a political thing, and I won't do that, but it's kind of like, here I am working and saving this bundle of money for my daughter Blue. And I will not speak badly about her, but the fact is she's never had a job and she won't have a job and she just won't work. Yeah. So I'll fly up there, and when she doesn't show up, that takes money out of that account, puts it there. I have to fly back, and then to be able to see her, I have to file something called a contempt, which costs more money out of that little bitty jar. Yeah. And I have to fly back up there to make it happen, to make me want to see your daughter. So at the end of it all, you spend about $6,000 just complaining that you didn't get to see your daughter. Yeah. And that's $6,000. That's a semester of college. Yeah. You know, that's like a lot of money. So it's so mind-boggling and confusing. But at the end of this tour, on April 24th, I get to fly back up there and try to see her again. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep going every single time. And I'm never going to stop until that little bank account's empty. And then I'm going to go, I'll start selling crack or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Not really. All
right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you.
How about another song from Blue October, Newport Music Hall, Tonight?
Yeah, thank you very much for having us here, by the way. Hate me. Mm-hmm. I have to block out thoughts of you so I don't lose my head. They're crawling like a cockroach, leaving babies in my bed, dropping little reels of tape to remind me that I'm alone, playing movies in my head that make a porno feel like home. There's a burning in my pride, a nervous bleeding in my brain. An ounce of peace is all I want for you, so never call me again. And never say that you love me, just to put it in my face. And never try to reach me in his eye that wanted space. Hate me today, hate me tomorrow. Hate me so you can finally see what's good for you. And I'm sober now for 3 whole months. It's one accomplishment that you helped me with. The one thing that always tore us apart is the one thing I won't touch again. In my sick way, I want to thank you for holding my head up late at night while I was busy waging wars on myself. We were trying to stop the fight. You never doubted my warped opinions on things like suicide and hate. You made me compliment myself when it was way too hard to take. So I'll drive so far away and never cross your mind. And do whatever it takes in your heart to leave me behind. Hate me today. Hate me tomorrow. Hate me for all the things I didn't do for you. Hate me in ways, I said ways hard to swallow. Hate me so you can finally see what's good for you. And with a sad heart I say bye to you and wave. Now I'm just kicking these shadows on the street for every mistake that I made. And like a baby boy I never knew how to be a man, until I saw your blue eyes cry and I held your face in my hand. And then I fell down yelling, make it go away. Just make her smile, come back and shine like it used to be. That's when she whispered, how can you do this to me? Hate me today. Hate me tomorrow. Hate me for all the things I didn't do for you. And hate me in ways I said ways hard to swallow. Hate me so you can finally see what's good for you. Thank you, rock and roll.
Blue October, Newport Music Hall tonight. You made mention of that song before you played it, and I was thinking to myself, that must have been an interesting meeting with the label people when you brought that song to them. And obviously, you were right, and I imagine there were people that were wrong. They're like, are you sure you want to? And you kind of made mention of that. Can you kind of take me back to that period and when you were trying to get advocates at the record company to believe in the song?
Well, they believed in that one a lot. Because at that moment, that was when like Intervention was on A&E, and that was when Discovery Channel was picking up a lot of things about drug addiction and kids and teens, and they saw it as just like Doug Morris of actually called me at home. Oh my God! I was like, Doug Morris! Oh my God! He's on the phone! Seriously, Doug Morris is like, nah. And he called me at home, and he's like, Justin, this is a great song. We need to make this a single. And I was like, what? That's like all my stuff. That's like all my junk, like right there, coming out the trunk, you know. And I'm an odd duck. My feet bleed. And he just picked it. So it was like, wow. And Universal was always very, very, very cool with that. There was a song that I wrote called The End that Universal did fly me to New York to say, we need to sit down and talk. That one was just, I loved Stephen King growing up. And so I wanted to try and write a song that I knew nothing about, but it was, that we can't play that one here. But that was about a man who went crazy when he lost his family and just ended up killing people. But I was a Stephen King fan, you know, so that was another, I wanted to try reality horror music. They didn't like that. You know, but they supported it. They sat me down and they said, are you cool with this? And I was like, yeah, I'm cool. And they're like, because we're going to throw our hands up if anybody sues you, you know, like, this is you. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do this. And so they've always been supportive, and I've never been censored. And now that we have our own label, and we've kind of let Universal go because it's a big 360 deal now. Whenever you get a record deal these days, it's called 360 deals. You get 20% taken off your publishing, 20% taken off your merchandise, 20% taken off your touring. And if you're a band like us who's been touring for 20 years, close to 20 years, 16, 17, something like that. You don't want to give away shit, you know. You're like, no, you can't have that. So it was kind of like, okay, what we saw all the big corporations kind of going down. So we started our own label, and we've never been censored. And I don't know what question you originally asked, but I'm babbling.
No, that's okay. I didn't get the answer I was expecting, but I got a great answer.
Yeah, they were actually really supportive of Hate Me, and it was 6 minutes and 40 seconds long, and so they made us shorten it down and chop it up, and there you go. So,
well, it's a great song. We appreciate you playing it.
Appreciate it.
Maybe we get one more before we turn you loose. Newport Music Hall tonight, Blue October.
Yes. I'm just a normal boy that sank when I fell overboard. My ship would leave the country, but I'd rather swim ashore. Without a life vest, I'd be stuck again. Wish I was much more masculine. Maybe then I could learn to swim 14 miles away. Now floating up and down, I spin colliding into sound, like whales beneath me diving down, sinking to the bottom of my everything that freaks me out. The lighthouse gleam has just gone out. I'm cold as cold can be. I wanna swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels as like I'm falling in the ocean, and let the waves up take me down, and let this hurricane set in motion. Yeah, let the rain of what I feel right now come down. Just let the rain come down. And where is the Coast Guard? I keep looking each direction for a spotlight. Give me something, I need something for protection. Yeah, floss and junk would do just fine. The jetsam sunk, I'm left behind, treading for my life. Believe me, how can I keep up this breathing? Not knowing how to think, I scream aloud, begin to sink. My legs and arms are broken down, with envy for the solid ground. I'm reaching for the life within me. How can one man stop his ending? I thought of your gorgeous face, relaxed, floated into space. I wanna swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels like I'm falling in the ocean, and let the waves up take me down, and let this hurricane set in motion. Yeah, let the rain of what I feel right now come down. Just let the rain come down. And now waking to the sun, I calculate what I had done, like jumping from the bow, yeah, to prove that I knew how, yeah. It's midnight's late reminder of the loss of her, the one I loved. My will to quickly end it all, set front row in my need to fall into the ocean to end it all, to the ocean to end it all, to the ocean to end it all, to the ocean, end it all. I wanna swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels like I'm falling in this ocean, and let the waves up take me down, and let this hurricane set in motion. Yeah, let the rain of what I feel right now come down. Just let the rain come down. Just your face. Thank you.
Blue October, Newport Music Hall tonight. Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Have a great show tonight. Safe travels. And thank you for coming out. We return things now to Control Central.